With the rise of the digital age has come the emergence of virtual classrooms, doctor appointments, and even currency. Digital currency or cryptocurrency has exploded in recent years as more and more people have taken to virtual market dealings. Although it comes in thousands of forms, some distributed by individual companies and others more universally accepted, the most common forms within the financial markets are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether, with Dogecoin slowly making its way up the ranks thanks to its recent publicity. However, the newness and mystery surrounding cryptocurrency means that it is also widely misunderstood in many circles. So today, we're going to be looking at some of crypto's biggest conspiracy theories that you need to know about, and some of these might surprise you. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Number 1. Bitcoin and the fight for freedom. This theory gained a large amount of traction in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, which saw financial institutions rocked and personal freedoms temporarily infringed upon. In the early days, there was a pervasive panic the world over, and this panic caused many people to invest in Bitcoin as an alternative to hard cash, as well as a currency that couldn't be controlled by Uncle Sam. Many believed that the government was taking the uncertainty of the global situation as an opportunity to establish a tyranny and strip us of all our civil liberties, and saw Bitcoin as a way to escape from under the controlling thumb of government crackdowns. However, some took it even a step further and felt that they were going to be persecuted for seeking answers outside of the established currency, and Cointext, CTO, Vin Armani even fled the country to a small Pacific island, warning others who invested in cryptocurrency to follow his lead. That seems pretty extreme. Number 2. Secret government currency. While there are those that believe crypto is the way out of oppression and prosecution, there are also those who believe that the virtually untraceable currency was created by the government to fund nefarious plots and secret missions. The theory goes that because the US National Security Agency created the SHA-256 algorithm that Bitcoin's proof-of-work system functions on, the NSA can secretly track all of the, sometimes illicit or tyrannical, activities taking place through the digital currency. However, the source of the algorithm is open, meaning it has been picked apart hundreds of times for decades without revealing any secret way that the US government could be tracking the movements of cryptocurrencies. 3. The Chinese created Bitcoin. While some believe that crypto is the way to freedom from the government, and others believe that the US government secretly created it, there are still others that insist that China's government actually created Bitcoin. This theory stems from the fact that China, which has long led the world in developing covert mission tech, is using crypto in a way to extend its financial resources and political power more internationally. The country's implementation of a financial monitoring system that rewards or deducts social credits to citizens only added fuel to this conspiracy, despite the wealth of evidence against it. For one, China is in the process of developing digital yen that would launch as a national alternative to Bitcoin and potentially outpace it and other cryptocurrencies. Also, the country had tried to ban Bitcoin mining, although it remains an international leader in crypto mining. Essentially, why would they want to compete with themselves? Number 4. Bitcoin is a lie. In one of the strangest cryptocurrency conspiracy theories we've ever heard, some people believe that Bitcoin was actually created by artificial intelligence that went rogue and spawned the crypto in order to launch a worldwide takeover. Although this may sound utterly ridiculous to some, the group of people that believe that Bitcoin is the product of an evil rogue AI is actually larger than you might think. This theory is largely born of the uncertainty and lack of knowledge surrounding the rather mysterious crypto that is slowly taking the world by storm. People are suspicious of the fact that the code for the system is strangely perfect, as well as the fact that there isn't a concrete explanation for where exactly Bitcoin originated from. We wouldn't go so far as to say the reason is because of rogue artificial intelligence, though. Next up, the mysterious creator. Although not an individual conspiracy theory in itself, the mysterious creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, has spawned a host of theories just by existing, because he doesn't technically exist. The creator of Bitcoin is actually a pseudonym, and there are hundreds of guesses as to who could be the body behind the name, ranging from a group of programmers to Hal Finney. However, no one has been able to definitely prove anything, and theories continued to abound as people hunt for clues. The mystery behind who or what created such an influential currency taking the world by storm makes some people believe that Nakamoto has a sinister motive behind the creation of Bitcoin, resulting in his need to keep his true identity a secret. But hey, maybe he's just shy. Number 6. Hal Finney is actually Nakamoto. Countless hours have been spent by web sleuths attempting to figure out who the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto really is, and where there is mystery, there are are conspiracy theories. One theory postulates that Hal Finney, who passed away in 2014, was really the man behind the mask. These claims are backed by fact that when Bitcoin first launched, the first ever recipient of a Bitcoin transaction from Nakamoto was Finney himself. He is certainly a viable candidate due to his background as a pioneer in the field of cryptography, and this theory was deemed valid enough to make big names such as Newsweek, Forbes, and The New Yorker have publicly pointed the finger at him as a possible Nakamoto. However, since his passing revealed no further clues, it's highly possible that we will never know who the mysterious creator of such an international phenomenon really is. 7. A disgruntled government agent? The same reasons that spawned the theory that the NSA created Bitcoin as a way to monitor seemingly anonymous online transactions also spawned a similar secondary conspiracy theory. Some postulate that rather than the NSA itself creating the international crypto, a disgruntled cryptographer working for the agency became fed up with working for the American financial institution and decided to create his own cryptocurrency. In theory, the employee would have had access to and been very familiar with the cryptography that the NSA uses, which is why the source codes for Bitcoin are based on the SHA-256. It seems that there are two sides to the same conspiracy coin. Number 8, Bitcoin is linked to QAnon. While this one might kind of be a stretch, it is easy to see where conspiracy theorists are coming from. Far-right conspiracy theorist group QAnon and Bitcoin appear at first glance to have several aspects of their origin stories in common, and it was only for the next logical step for those looking for the conspiracy to link them together. Both institutions arose out of the ideology with the system currently in place are broken and or corrupted, be it financial in the case of Bitcoin or governmental for QAnon, and both arose mysteriously amid these feelings of dissent. They both came from anonymous founders and aimed to bring a decriminalization of the systems which they hoped to eventually usurp. It was only a surprise that someone or a group of someones would eventually link the two. Despite the lack of any actual evidence, these theorists are bound and determined to find the missing link. 9. Twitter and Bitcoin. It seems that Bitcoin is always involved in some sort of suspicious or nefarious news that only sparks new conspiracy theories at every turn. If one of these more recent events, the @Bitcoin Twitter account was suspiciously suspended and handed over to a Turkish user and then a Russian user before returning to its rightful owner. Twitter refused to comment on the circumstances behind the suspense, and many Bitcoin users believe that because the account supported Bitcoin Cash, which is an offshoot and competitor of Bitcoin Core, users reported the account in order to get it banned. The theories developed based on the fact that it seems that Bitcoin Core has more power over the web than a form of crypto really should, and Bitcoin Cash purists immediately began pointing fingers at Core for attempting to shut down of dissenters. Very big brother, we think. Number 10, a tool for anarchy. This theory has its roots in the fact that so many fringe internet sensations are causing real-world damage with their ideas that feed on the uncertainty of the crowds, and many believe they are purposely citing anarchy. Of course, this is a conspiracy theory. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are joined by forces like Reddit threads causing the inflated GameStop stocks, QAnon, TikTok, and social media. Proponents of this theory believe that a group or groups of people are purposely using anonymous, ruleless platforms to cultivate radical, dissenting fringe ideas that then push for anarchy in the real lives of the people on the platforms. Bitcoin is a strange and mysterious being, but we doubt it's being used as a tool for the destruction of the government, but who knows? And finally, a tool for the Antichrist. This theory stems from a verse in the book of Revelation from the Bible, which states that all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark. Proponents of this theory believe that the mark in the verse is referring to a future world driven by cryptocurrency, where cash has been devalued, and people will have a chip that will allow them to spend their digital currency. Of course, these theorists also believe that this chip will remove any personal freedoms and will allow the government to not only monitor every aspect of our lives, but also to control them. And while there are several emerging digital technologies that could be tied up in this verse, many people firmly believe that Bitcoin is the culprit. Now that's a lot of pressure. And that brings us to the end of our video. Thanks for watching.